If you're new to the gym or you've been going for a while, chances are you've heard some pretty questionable advice. Well, today I'm going to be going over 5 gym myths that need to die with my personal experience and real info. Let's get it. Myth number 1, you need to train every day to see results. Training every day sounds hardcore, but your body actually grows when you're recovering. Overtraining can lead to fatigue, injury, and even slower gains. Science actually backs this because muscle protein synthesis peaks at 24 to 48 hours after training, so rest actually equals growth.
I'm from the future, and I'm just here to tack on a little bit of extra information. So actually, the first risk that comes with overtraining and not really resting yourself, you actually have persistent fatigue, and you just don't feel good. Your performance is actually down the drain. It's actually called overtraining syndrome. You can read more about that in the article that I'm going to provide here. Increased injury potential. So basically what this means is if you're not giving yourself time to rest, you're not giving your muscles time to repair themselves, which can actually result in risk of tendonitis and fractures. I recommend alternating your rest days with your workouts. You can probably do your rest days any day you want. I only have 2, and it's Wednesdays and Sundays, but that is like perfect for me. I train pretty intense. The next problem with overtraining is, and I don't think a lot of people take this as seriously as they should, is hormonal imbalance. This is actually a huge one. This can actually result in chronic fatigue, sleep disturbances, and even weight gain, counteracting your fitness goals. So you actually might be going backwards on your fitness journey because you are trying so hard, you're not giving yourself enough time and rest to actually let your muscles recover. Honestly, this one is pretty simple as well as mental burnout. If you go every single day, you're not really giving yourself something to look forward to on your rest days. You're not really letting your muscles rebuild themselves. You're going straight back immediately. So it's definitely good to have rest days just so you can actually want and yearn for the gym. Another big one that goes hand in hand with this is performance plateaus. If you're not giving your muscles enough time to rest and improve, you're probably going to stay stagnant, at least for as long as you don't let them rebuild. So rest days are a very important thing to incorporate in your gym schedule, whether you believe that or not.
I personally train 5 days a week out of the 7, so I get 2 rest days and I feel pretty good. I'm actually making more gains, I think, than whenever I was going 7, whenever I first started lifting, because I thought that I had to go every day. Myth number 2, lifting makes you bulky. Now this one specifically is to the people that say, I don't want to get too bulky whenever I start training. I don't want to put too much muscle on. Trust me, if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. I wish I could pick up a dumbbell and gain an absurd amount of muscle, but it's just simply not going to happen. Muscle takes time to build. It doesn't just happen overnight. And women especially, I hear them say that a lot too. Women have very low testosterone levels. So the chances of you picking up a dumbbell and getting just jacked, I think you're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Studies show that resistance training actually helps tone, burn fat, and improve metabolism, not bulk up. Now, this one I actually fell victim to whenever I first started working out. Coming in at myth number 3, you have to feel sore before a workout to even be effective. Soreness equals muscle damage, but not always progress. You can build muscle without being sore. Progressive overload and consistency is key. Soreness is influenced heavily by novelty and volume, not so much as quality or results. You'll actually find if you start tracking your results like I have, you will make more progress rather than chasing the muscle soreness after every workout, because whenever I first started going, I thought the next morning when I woke up that if I wasn't sore, I didn't do anything. That is not true.
So to kind of tack on a little bit more, obviously, to what I just said, soreness doesn't always mean that you are making progress. Studies actually show that muscle hypertrophy can take place without there being a significant amount of soreness, and also excessive soreness does not always lead to greater gains. Another thing that threw me for a loop whenever I first started working out, if you have a consistent lifting schedule and say you're logging everything, your body is going to adapt over time to the movements that you're doing, and it won't be as sore as you were, like the first day or first week you were whenever you started doing it. But regardless, the adaptation that your muscles make to your training regimen does not mean that you are not making gains or that you are losing any progress or muscle. It just means that your muscles are getting used to it. If anything, you should actually be happy in those cases because it means that your body is, you're increasing your efficiency. Like, it's what you're supposed to do. If anything, excessive soreness can actually lead to a greater injury outcome, which we do not want. You don't want to be out of the gym for longer, and you don't want to be that guy that is still going, which, I mean, I'm guilty. I have done that in the past. You know, I don't want to take a day off the gym, even though I had a bad shoulder, but that was stupid. It's not worth risking your muscles just because you think that soreness is always what you should be chasing.
Coming in at myth number 4, more sweat equals better workout. Sweating is really just your body's way of cooling itself down. You can have an incredible workout but barely sweat. It's not a sign of caloric burn or effectiveness. And also, fat loss comes from a caloric deficit, not just sweat.
The volume of sweat produced doesn't necessarily correlate with the intensity or the effectiveness of the workout you've just had. Another unique thing about your sweat is that every one of you is uniquely different. We all have different sweat glands, so some of them are a lot more sensitive than others, and others are just, they almost don't even seem like they're there. Like, you could have a very intense workout and barely bust a sweat, but you could be one of those people that are very sensitive to it and barely do anything and already have your shirt soaked. The effectiveness of your workout is definitely not determined by the amount that you sweat. I don't sweat that much when I work out, but I know that the progress that I'm making is very visible. You should be basing the effectiveness of your workout off of like proper form, consistency, progressive overload, and recovery. While sweating is a natural and necessary thing for your body to do, it's not really a definitive measure of the quality of your workout. Trust me, you can still have a killer sesh and not sweat like crazy.
Myth number 5. Now this is a big one. You can spot reduce fat. I'll be honest, before I started lifting, I fell victim to this, and I think most people have. You scroll YouTube and you see get abs in 60 days. You can't just do crunches and work off belly fat. Fat loss happens all over your body. Instead of chasing six-pack shortcuts, focus on full body training and nutrition. If you're consistent with your diet and your lifting, your abs will come in. Don't let the bad info waste your time. Stick to the basics, stay consistent, and your gains will come in. If you guys do want me to do more videos like this, I would be more than happy to help with beginner tips, myth busting, anything. Drop a comment, give me a like, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you guys in the next one.